Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Unajua tungekuwa kwa kanisa ingekuwa Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Lakini hapa sasa ni good morning because we are well, everything looks well. My name is David Kariuki Njeru, as of course correctly appointed by our MC, the Board of Trustees Chair. A very great morning. Happy to be here. And you look great. You look great. So thank you very much for this wonderful, of course, session. Our MT, well done. Thank you for that powerful presentation. But allow me, before I go any further, I want to take this a very special opportunity to introduce a very powerful team that, as already reported by our MT, have been driving this great institution, National Social Security Fund, at you people. Board of Trustees. I want to ask you in a very special way to get up standing so that I introduce you to our great audience. Starting here, we have Rose Omamo. Let us kindly appreciate her. Rose Omamo represents in the board Core 2. Thank you very much. Kindly get seated. Next to her is Dr. Ann. Ann represents FKE. A very great lady. Kindly get seated. Next to Ann is Dr. Kaperia. Dr. Kaperia, an independent member. Next to Dr. Kaperia is Dr. Milka Ajebi. Of course, our MT, David Koros. You can see that kindly. Then on the extreme left, we have Dr. Nyandusi. Then we have Wakili Bingi, representing also Kotu. Only one member, not with us, out on official duties, Trust Amos. Of course, Mike has just walked out, coming back. I think when he does, that definitely take a moment to introduce him. Thank you very much for this wonderful moment. It's really a great day for this great institution, NSSF. When, of course, I was growing up, I always looked forward to, and I prayed God, may it happen one day that I work and get a moment to interact with such a big institution in this Republic of Kenya. Little did I know, barely before I get to my, 50 years level, that I would get the opportunity to join NSSF, one of the biggest, corporations in this great Republic of Kenya. And I thank God for this special opportunity. Of course, I've had a moment last year with a majority of you when we were, of course, launching our corporate strategic plan that our MT said is getting well implemented, well done by our team of management staff, of course, well assisted by our functional staff. I want to, in a very special way, recognize in a big way our PS, Bwana Mwadime, who is holding brief for the CS, reported sent to be on the way. The gentleman coming in is a trustee Mike. Let us also appreciate him. PS Mwadime has been with us, and allow me to, in a very special, just sort of said, appreciate his being with us today. Came quite early, a very patient man, and he tells me he's with us all the way until, of course, the curtains come down as far as this particular engagement is concerned. So our PS, thank you very much for, of course, being with us today. And we look forward, of course, to engaging with you, of course, more, of course, along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, mine is also a written speech, but of course I'll be deviating a bit. not so much because I know time is really not on our side. We are, of course, online. And therefore, with your indulgence, allow me to straight go to my speech. Of course, our chief guest today is Honorable Dr. Alfred Mutua, our Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Protection. Of course, we're assisted by the Principal Secretary, State Department of Labor and Skills, Shadrach Mwandime, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Social Protection and the Senior Citizen Affairs, Joseph Mutari. Expected, of course, to join us as we get along is Ms. Jacqueline Mogo, EBA's Executive Director and CEO Federation of Kenya Employers, Dr. Francis Atori, Secretary General, Central Organization of Trade Unions, Board trustees and board members present, Mr. David Koros, MBA's Managing Trustee, also of course CEO NSSF, who has done a very wonderful presentation here. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is with great honor and deep appreciation that I welcome you to the 7th Annual General Meeting of the National Social Security Fund. This is not just another AGM, but a day that all of us gather together to celebrate the 60 years of NSSF's existence. As we celebrate our 60th year since inception, ladies and gentlemen, this milestone gives us a timely moment to reflect, reimagine, and recommit ourselves to the agenda of innovation, inclusivity, and sustainable growth to support dignified livelihoods for workers upon exit from service. NSSF has been a pillar of national development and a beacon of social protection in Kenya since 1965. The fund has come a long way from a state department within the parent ministry to a semi-autonomous state corporation and the leading retirement benefit scheme advancing financial security for millions of Kenyan workers. Across 6 decades of economic and policy transitions, NSSF has grown an enduring ability to adapt, recalibrating its mandate to be in harmony with the national aspirations of the people, the global development agenda, and most importantly, the changing needs of Kenyan workers. This evolution is not just institutional. In our view, it is philosophical. Of course, anchored in the fact that the social security is not a privilege, but a right and a bedrock of inclusive development. The fund's strategic plan 2023-2027 that, as I've said, we launched sometime last year, and which is being well implemented by our management staff, is not just a roadmap, it is our clear statement of intent. This places the fund at the center of the socio-economic transformation of Kenya through aligning its activities to 1, Kenya Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. 2, the African Union's Agenda 2063. 3, the East African Community Vision 2050. The fund's strategic agenda is not just one of institutional growth. We can go, of course, beyond this. It is one of shared prosperity. And allow me to, at this particular time, say, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'm extremely proud that our strategy prioritizes financial inclusion, well, of course, explained by our MT, which is well outlined in our intentional outreach to the informal sector, the informal economy, women, youth, and refugees. He has talked about the hapa and a lot, of course, happening in that particular area. As a national social security fund, NSSF also plays the role of a financial catalyst that well explained through development of domestic capital in the long term to support in the national capital and the infrastructure and supporting social equity and resilience. By innovating financial products like the Hapa savings scheme, continued integration with digital platforms such as financial institutions and collaboration with development partners, we are breaking down barriers to participation. We are enabling dignified livelihoods, post-active service for every Kenyan at any income level and from any location. In just the past year, we have celebrated significant milestones, which have already been well explained by our MT, talking about the three big things. We are talking about enhanced contributions, growth of the fund value, enhanced access channels, improving transparency and convenience. Number 4 is reduction in turnaround time for payment of the benefits. Number 5 is reduction of administrative costs to the fund value. That has already been explained, that we already have moved from around 3.7 to the current 1.72. And as projected, of course, by the end of this year, and we are fully convinced that it is actually achievable, we expect to be at 1.5% of the fund value. Very, very possible. It's doable. We have strengthened stakeholder engagement with the establishment of a robust governance and accountability structure. But our real success is not measured, ladies and gentlemen, which the managing trustee has properly presented. It is in lives made better and the futures made, of course, more secure. As a board of trustees, we are mindful, extremely mindful of the challenges ahead to maintain the growth trajectory of this great fund. This, of course, includes coming up with investment strategies that, of course, report agility, well, of course, set by our MT. It is, of course, just found a report that balances between capital preservation and competitive returns to, of course, members. He has told you what we are looking at. We are moving away from 1 digit to double digit. And we mean business. We really mean business. Moving forward, and we have, of course, shared this in the board quite extensively, that we are not, of course, considering the level of our investments, going to entertain anything that falls short of a 2-digit declaration. It's doable. We have the resources. We have the leadership that is able to do that. We don't have any reason why we should not have that kind of report made every year. It's doable. It is achievable. Continued innovation in provision of products and savings incentives necessary to increase coverage to the informal sector that is still lagging behind. Fast-paced technological change that requires a constant adaptation and upgrading of ICT infrastructure to secure members' funds. This is an area that we are very keen on. Technology, is everything in today's fast-paced world of business. Of course, we agree there has been a small problem, but now we have engaged the right gears as far as this particular area is concerned. High-level investment is what we are talking about. We want NSSF to compete quite favorably. We want NSSF to be mentioned quite favorably in our region and beyond, as far as ICT application is concerned. As stewards of a national trust, we must meet this moment with clarity, conviction, and collaboration. As a board of trustees, we are definitely dedicated to steering the fund with integrity, strategic foresight, and inclusiveness. And as far as leadership is concerned, just like the MT said, very transformative, very strategic, and in our thinking and in our agreement, we agreed that leadership must be one that acts, that thinks, that acts, that influences people and institutions positively. That is where we are. That the kind of strategic leadership we are talking about at NSSF is one that thinks, that acts, that will influence people and institutions positively. We will also raise our voice in policy dialogues at local, regional, and global levels to contribute to a future in which social security systems are resilient, impactful, and inclusive. Finally, to our CS office, who is working in shortly, thank you for always being there for us. We are grateful for honoring us with your presence today. To our esteemed members, thank you for trusting us with your future. To our partners and stakeholders, we are stronger, definitely, when we work together, and we value your continued commitment and partnership. We particularly recognize and appreciate the unrivaled support extended to us by COTU and FKE. To the board, management, and all staff of the fund, in a special way, I wanted to appreciate your high-level contribution and sacrifice in improving the fortunes of the people of Kenya over the years. The Board of Trustees, as through the 2023-2027 strategic plan, set ambitious targets that are a catalyst to ensuring exponential growth of the fund. The achievement of these targets so far is commendable. The management team and staff across various functional areas have continued to selflessly serve our members and the stakeholders, which is, of course, evident in the current improved customer experience. By all of us working together, ladies and gentlemen, and cognizant and appreciating the role played by each one of us, we, in our estimation, are poised to achieve a lot more for our country, Kenya. Let us strive to maintain this a positive spirit. I will not add more. My seniors are almost getting in here. I wish you all the best as, of course, we interact, not only today, even in days to come.